CNN's Jim Acosta doubles down regarding his exchange with Stephen Miller by saying, quote, "America was already great because of immigrants. I wanted to remind Miller of Statue of Liberty." Hello folks, my name is Jen. I'm from Golden State Times, and today we have a news story. This one comes courtesy of Breitbart.com, and it says that on Wednesday's CNN Newsroom, CNN senior White House correspondent Jim Acosta said that during his exchange with White House advisor Stephen Miller at the White House press briefing earlier in the day, he wanted to remind Miller of what the Statue of Liberty says. Bringing people from all walks of life is what makes America great. And America was already great because of immigrants in this country. He also stated that the White House isn't advancing a very strong argument for its new immigration proposal and is dog whistling that it would look at the racial and ethnic flow of immigrants. He said, quote, "Well, you can be Cuban and cosmopolitan, Brooke. I don't know what to tell you." He continued by saying, quote, "I think when the White House has to resort to insulting reporters in that fashion, and we've seen it time and time again throughout the course of this administration, they're just really not advancing a terribly powerful argument." Acosta also said that he is simply trying to ask Miller as to whether the policy goes against a tradition of the U.S., bringing in all kinds of different people. He added, quote, "I think it goes back to a problem that this White House has. Remember, when the president launched his campaign for president, he referred to Mexican immigrants as rapists and criminals, and that his bias against Latino immigrants has just sort of infected the president. Some of his top officials who deal with this issue of immigration throughout the entire time period, and I think you saw some of that spill out in the briefing room today." So what he's trying to say is that Stephen Miller is a racist. That's all he's trying to say. Okay, that he's calling Stephen Miller a racist. Okay, whatever. He goes on to say that Acosta also stated that there is a sense in states like Pennsylvania, Ohio, Wisconsin, and Michigan that people have been unfairly displaced, and that it's very powerful when the president blames immigrants for that. So, like Stephen Miller said, what you want, and he pointed to Acosta. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll link it in the description below. The whole exchange between Stephen Miller and Jim Acosta from CNN. He said, you know what you want is a flow of immigrants, unvetted, just a flow coming in, our borders wide open. That's what you want. That's what CNN wants. Okay. It says, he concluded, quote, "When you hear the president make some of the comments that he makes about immigrants during the course of the campaign, talking about deportation forces, and when you see Stephen Miller, a policy advisor to the president, talking about an English language preference for people coming into this country, it is a wink. It is a dog whistle to certain parts of this country that they're going to be looking at racial and ethnic flow of immigrants coming into this country." I think that that is just undeniable. And so it says, "I just wanted to remind him, this is what the Statue of Liberty says. This is what our traditions have been in this country. We bring in people from all walks of life. It's what makes America great, and it's already great because of immigrants in this country." All right, so one thing that CNN and idiots like Acosta and leftist media and Democrats and all this stuff, they have to blame everybody else as a racist, or they have to play down what's going on because they want to continue their racket. What is the left's racket? Going after the minority groups in the country, like African Americans, Latinos, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, natives, and anybody else, right? LGBT and, handicap, all this stuff. Okay, so that is the Democrats' racket. They go out and they target instead of saying, hey, you know what? We're here for everybody. All right. You come with us. You come and tell us your problems and we'll do our best to fix them. What they do is they go and they say, hey, you know what? You are poor or you don't have a job because you're black and you're in the inner cities. You don't do this and you don't do that because of this, this, and this. Okay. So they try to play the victim for everybody. To them, everybody's a victim. And they're the only person that is going to be able to fix everything. Okay. So what happens when, let's say, a Republican or the president or anybody else that is not a Democrat, that is not from the left, comes in and tries to help one of those groups? Let's say like the African Americans. Well, they would say, hey, you know what? Why are you targeting the African American community? Like April Ryan kept on telling Stephen Miller, you are targeting the African American community. They're not targeting the African American community. President Trump and what Stephen Miller was saying, they're not targeting anybody. They're just saying that if we lower the amount of people coming in on a chain, and what they mean by a chain is if you have a green card or you can potentially get a green card for, like, let's say your cousin or your, I don't know if you can give cousins, but let's say your grandfather or your mother or your brother or sister or whatever, those people can turn around and get more people and more people and more people, and it becomes kind of like a chain migration kind of thing. Okay, so they said that if you cut that down, not as many migrants will come from other countries, which in return will have more jobs for Americans, because you will substantially cut down the inflow of people that are not bringing something to the table. Okay, so that is what they were saying, and that's what Stephen Miller was telling April Ryan. If we slow down, if we cut the migration in half, those jobs that those people were coming in, we're going to take. Now the African American male or female that don't have a job, they can potentially get those jobs. Okay, so it would help out that community. But instead of making it a good thing, helping out the community that April Ryan supposedly represents, she says, oh no, you're targeting African Americans. So they're trying to politicize something good, something that potentially could help certain communities that need it. And now the same thing that Jim Acosta is doing, but he is doing it with the Latino community. Why? Because he's Cuban. So you have April Ryan attacking the administration, saying that they're targeting African Americans, and now they have Acosta attacking the administration, saying that they are attacking the Latino community. Okay? And all in all, they were never even talking about illegal immigration. This issue is not about illegal immigration. This issue is putting more regulations in who can and cannot get a green card. They already have certain measures that if you apply and are able to qualify for it, you're going to be able to get a green card. But now those regulations are going to be enforced and some are going to be added. Okay? You have to come in here and be able to fend for yourself. All right? Kind of like if you're coming in here through a worker visa or a student visa from, let's say, like China or India or something like that, where they check if you have enough money to sustain yourself, so that way you don't become a burden of the state. That's the kind of thing they want. The other thing is that they want to make sure that these migrants coming in, getting green cards, are not going to turn around and take Americans' jobs. They want someone that's going to come here and become and is already skilled, and they're going to come into a job. We're coming over here to create a job, or they're going to come over here to make a company, create a company, to then turn around and make a bunch of jobs. That's the type of people that they want in this country. But they're talking about people that are already going to be coming in legally. Green card holders. But CNN, Acosta, April Ryan, and a bunch of other people are trying to make this about a illegal immigrant issue when it's not. This is a legal migrant issue. This is a bill that is going to affect people who are going to get a green card, or family members of people who you can get a green card for. That is what this issue is all about. So again, if you haven't seen President Trump talking about this when he was there with Senator Perdue and Senator Cotton, and they were talking about the issue, and if you haven't seen Stephen Miller in his exchange between him and Acosta, and also we streamed live the press briefing when they were talking about it. Stephen Miller came and talked about the issue, answered some questions from different prostitutes. And also he talked about it in a little bit more at length of what the bill is about. And, what's her name? Sarah Sanders also went into a little bit regarding what was going on and what the bill was about. So if you haven't seen any of that, it should be in the links in the description below, or also is going to be coming up on your screen soon. Here we go. So it's going to be coming up on your screen. It's interactive. If you click on it, it'll take you to that video. I suggest you guys watch it because, it'll give you guys a little bit more of an understanding of what's going on. And like Stephen Miller said, this is an issue with green cards. It's not an issue with illegal immigration. It's not an issue with DACA. It's not an issue with anything like that. No EB-5s or EB-1s or anything like that. This is an issue with people who are already legal, green card holders who plan to make their family members get a green card or become legal here in the United States. People who are going to be coming in by somebody else are going to have to abide by certain rules and qualify to get that advantage, which is getting a green card, becoming legal here in the United States to be able to start a company or do whatever you want, So let us know what you guys think about this. If you guys did see President Trump talking about it, if you guys did see Stephen Miller talking about it, and Sarah Sanders answering some questions regarding this, if you agree with it, disagree with it, let us know in the comment section below. Let us know what you guys think about this. Jim Acosta is just a complete idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about. When Stephen Miller was telling him regarding the poem, that the little snippet of it that is on the Statue of Liberty, he didn't even know what, Jim Acosta didn't even know what he was talking about. He didn't know the name of the poem where that little quote came from. Okay? He was stumped. He didn't know what he was talking about. So as you can tell, if you watched it, it was just, he was going by talking points. I don't know who was sending him the talking points through text, but someone was sending him some talking points, and he was trying so hard to try to stump Stephen Miller, but it just didn't work. So like I said, let us know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. And like always, my name is Jen. I'm from Golden State Times. And the links for our social media in the description below. If you want to sign up to our newsletter, go to goldenstatetimes.com. Again, that's goldenstatetimes.com. We'll be sending the newsletter every other day to you guys. See, it's packed full of videos and articles and all this other stuff that we have been doing for the last few days. We've been very busy, and we're trying to get to events, get our cameras out to events now. So it's pretty crazy. Tomorrow is President Trump's rally in West Virginia. It's called Huntington, West Virginia. It starts at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. We had a GoFundMe. We had a GoFundMe to fund us to get over there because we have press passes. Okay, we have press passes to cover that rally, but the problem is that we didn't have any funds. So our GoFundMe, we had $2,500 was our goal to get us out there tomorrow to cover it and to film it and stream it using our own cameras, but we did not meet our goal. Okay, so now we're trying to think about September. Now, if you contributed to us in any way, either through PayPal or through GoFundMe, all that stuff, if you contributed to us, thank you very much. Email me in case, you guys, if you have any other questions regarding this. On GoFundMe, we are not going to touch that money whatsoever, folks. Okay, because we're trying to make it in September. We're trying to get there in September. So if you guys want to help us, the GoFundMe is in the description below. That's to get us to the next Trump rally in September. We are still going to stream the one tomorrow, but we're going to buy, the feed from the pool feed that we can use. So tomorrow we're not going to be on the field, but we hope if we can get enough to go in September, we will be down there wherever the stream is going to be, wherever the rally is going to be. We will be there in September. Okay. Now, if you have any questions regarding if you contributed on GoFundMe, if you have any questions or any concerns or anything like that, you can always email me at gent@goldenstatetimes.com, or you can send me a message through the system at GoFundMe or on PayPal, and I will get in contact with you in case of anything. So again, folks, thank you very much. The links for my GoFundMe is in the description below. We're trying to get to the next rally in September. So if you want to help us out, the link's in the description below to get us to the next Trump rally. We hope that we can get there in September and stream it with our own cameras and pan the crowds, talk to the people, and do all that stuff. So we hope that you guys help us. The link is in the description below, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.